2nd is a Tuesday, and on the church calendar, we celebrate the feast of St. John Paul II. Many of us lived during his time as Pope, so it seems, actually it is modern and new. So I'd like to read from the psalm response of today's feast day. And here we go. It's Psalm 85. The Lord speaks of peace to his people. I will hear what God proclaims, the Lord, for he proclaims peace. Near indeed is his salvation to those who fear him, glory dwelling in our land. A lot being said about St. John Paul II, but most people who really are attracted to him and attached to him, a lot of young priests today attribute their vocation calling to John Paul, St. John Paul II. They call him JP2 priest. They were so inspired by his dedication. But what really sort of impresses me about him that is, he never really had an easy life, struggling. When he go into the seminary, he had to deal with the communism, had to go underground. It wasn't easy at all. But being before that, though, his own family background. He lost his mother when he was at the age of 9 years old from a kidney disease and congestive failure. So from the age 9, I can't imagine not having my mother. Someone had a mother, and he was only 9 years old, a tender age. Then, when he was 21, he lost his father and his brother as well. So in a sense, he was basically orphaned while still in university. And so you think about all the things he may have accomplished. Let me tell you, being ordained a priest and working bishop, pope, of course, all that. But you didn't have the day of his ordination, you look out and no mother, no father. What makes that day special? Yes, being called by God, but the joy it brings to your parents, especially those who raised you. And that's really makes it what's important. I remember when I graduated from UF for my degree, went back to school, there at the graduation, I remember looking up there, and it was in the big, like the basketball court was up a couple of flights, levels. I looked up, there's my mother, I said, that's what made it special, having my mother there. So John Paul, and yet he was so tenderness. He had a tender heart, loving and young. He was able to relate to the youth just by his persona. And so we all go through difficult times, and we can't use them as excuses, So sometimes people tell me about a problem they're having or a situation. I just simply, rather than sometimes, try to be compassionate, but ask them, okay, what are you going to do about it? Right? You can complain about it. You can bemoan the fact, yes, life is unfair, but you can't keep using that as a reason why you're not going to progress or succeed. Yes, what are you going to do about it? John Paul gave his life to Christ and touched so many lives. Amen.